Hey, I wanted to drop a quick note on something, an oldie but a goodie, and I think we can kind of find a modern way to make this work for us, and that's the pop quiz. I recognize that a lot of people, you hear pop quiz and it's like frightening. Oh my God, my kids are going to fail. They're going to poo their pants, terrible things. And historically, that may be true, but I think we've kind of turned a corner in the education world, and they can actually be a really useful thing for us. And so I use them in my class. And what I do is I'll have a couple of the questions that are going to come up on a unit final summative, whether they're the exact same questions or just something that tests the same concepts. And it gives them an opportunity, as I phrase it in my class, you nail it or you fail it. And the point of that is if they nail it, because of I can put that grade in place if they do poorly then on the final quiz. Some students do better under the pressure of a pop quiz than they do on an actual quiz day. Some students do worse. So that's the they fail it. If you fail it though, you still get the feedback from me and you know what I'm looking for when you get to that final quiz. And so that can actually be useful to students. Now, a couple of tips I have on these. First of all, here on Schoology, when I post it, in the publishing. So when you edit it, I put it for a specific date. So it's open all the way till midnight on the day that I do it in class. They can do it all the way till midnight. I tell students that. And then it disappears from Schoology because it's a pop quiz. It's going to happen on that day. But it doesn't hurt your grade. It can only improve your grade because it's the same material that's covered on a final quiz later. So also kind of helps deal with that question of retakes. I'm not against retakes, but if you're looking for some different options, some different ways to get kids assessed, this can be a good way to do it. On the day when I have a pop quiz, I don't hide it. I might hide it in advance, or I might say, hey, there's going to be a pop quiz this week, but you don't know what day. But on the day that there is, like I had a pop quiz last week, this was my agenda that day. When they see exit ticket and a picture of Ray Charles, they know Ray Charles means you got a pop quiz, baby, right? Shout out to some of my people of a certain age. You may remember when Ray Charles was doing Diet Pepsi commercials. And so the Pepsi's a pop quiz. That's the way that I do those. As it says on the screen, 2 questions, fill in the blank. They can click on the link. It's also posted on Schoology. Try to make it easy for them to get to it. And then the pop quiz just looks like this. I can fill out a Google form. I can grade it quickly. They get feedback right away. And then I have that opportunity to kind of enter it into my gradebook. I use a paper gradebook, which I think I'm pretty well known for. I can enter it into my gradebook. And then if they grow later, I can change that grade. If they struggle on test day because it's more intense when it's all the questions at once, I can take that test from the pop quiz. It's just a tip, something that may or may not work for you. Give it a try with your students. Sometimes that change in pressure that we feel with a pop quiz, that concept that you can nail it or fail it, but it doesn't totally tank you, I think can make a big difference for our students.